Hey everybody, this was a struggle stream. I hope you can hear me. If not, hello anyway. Welcome to Go Figure Reviews. My name's Jelani. Brooks is not here because he has internet problems. I'm having internet problems, and it's been an internet problem day. So hopefully you can hear me. I'm in a box, so I apologize. But I'm gonna still do this struggle stream with you guys, and thank you for sticking around. Really appreciate it. Hope everybody's enjoying their holiday season. I am just going to bring on the only guest that I have, and we'll just work from there and see what happens. So thank you so much for coming. The guy, the dude, my forever brother, thank you so much for helping out and doing what you can for this stream. I'm going to bring you up. This here is Robbie Billz.
What is up?
Thank you, sir.
What is up, Jelani? Super excited to be here, and you got to understand and respect the journey, and the journey includes the struggle stream, man. If you look back on Pop Culture Philosophers, my very first live streams, you'd see Rockin' Robbie live, this date, part 1, part 2, part 3. Why? Because my shit would just crash, and I would have I had an old shitty computer. It would just crash on me. Like, we had these problems, and man, trust me. You ain't seen nothing yet, but you're doing the Lord's work, Jelani. Here in the PCP Army, the excitable PCP crew in the holiday season. Happy Yule, Happy Solstice, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, all that jazz and more, whatever you celebrate. And even if it's what we celebrate here on Friday night with Festivus for the rest of us, happy holidays, y'all. Excited to be here. Excited to be here.
Thank you so much, man. Very energetic. He brings the energy. I thank you so much for being here too. It's been a journey, man, and it's gonna be the two of us for right now because like everybody's bailing. So we're here. We're gonna do this like we should. Now this is a holiday stream. Thank you so much for participating, everybody who stayed. I really appreciate it. We are going to talk about basically the 5 or more figures that we have in our collections. That or anything at all. This is a holiday show and tell. So anything you want to share or show or even talk about in the comments, we'll bring you up. Thanks, Perry, for being here. Like I said, thanks to Gun Pedro for sticking around.
It would be a good
opportunity.
Really
appreciate you guys for being here.
It'd be a good opportunity.
Especially Scarpad. Thank you.
I'm sorry.
It's been one of those nights. So I'm gonna basically show off mine first, and then Robbie, you show yours. I'll get mine out of the way, just because, hey, more people might be showing up. And actually, you know what? Since you're my guest and you stayed through the struggle, and I appreciate it, I want you to do yours. You go first, brother.
I get what you're saying, because you want the oohs and the ahs when the other people show up, right? But I'm going to say this. First of all, I think it's a good opportunity as well, Jelani, to have everybody who to discuss the state of toys in 2022.
Yeah, that's our plan. Right, that's what we were going to do.
That's a good thing, right?
Toys
I want to start with this then, Jelani, before we get in, because I'm eager for those oohs and ahs too. We know Mike is on the way, right? So I want the oohs and the ahs and shit, right? But I would like to know, and I just want everybody to know out there, okay? In my personal life, there are very few people that I think are very dedicated to toy collecting as much as my friend Jelani. I have seen this dude near wreck his life because of toy collecting, and he's seen me near wreck my life for a multitude of other types of things. But
a lot of horrible things.
This dude has never stopped collecting toys. This dude knows how to purge, and he knows how to surge. Okay. And this dude will get you through. I'm telling you. I've never even been to his new apartment. I've only seen bits and pieces here and there. Now he's been in my apartment. He sees my shit
several times.
I bet he comes into my place and he's like, quaint.
Yeah, true.
No shit. We go to Brooks's place, and not saying anything gnarly about Brooks, but Brooks's collection, I haven't seen it lately, but last time I saw it, it was a little in a gnarly state.
He's working on it. I'm getting him to get more figures out, and that's the best part about these videos. It breaks Brooks out of his shell, so it makes him want to get his figures. Like our Spider-Man video, which is up right now. Hopefully you guys are watching it. Thank you for watching all the videos so far. Apparently King Randor is our best viewed video, so thanks a lot for that. But
Because nothing can stop King Randor.
yeah,
I'm Randy.
it's absolutely crazy. So with Brooks, he's getting out figures with his Spider-Man. He has a Spider-Man figure that he's never taken off the shelf. It's like dusty as all get out, but he's finally getting them. But his setup is still amazing. In fact, I owe all of my setup to what Brooks does. That's why we are doing this channel, because we want to we actually want to go to people's houses and do like actual hauls and look at their collections and see what's going on. That's what's going on.
You gotta let me know before it's me, so I can like tighten everything up. Man, I plan on doing some work in the holiday season. We're off of Rockin' Robbie Live for a couple weeks, so I may try to plan on like tightening everything up. I'd love to do that, like a collection tour, man. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, dude.
I watch those.
It's been a journey, and like I started on accident, and I was gonna bring Mike into this, and the thing was with Mike, I accidentally bought a figure, and you remember this. This is what started all of this, to be honest. I stopped collecting figures for a while, but there was this thing where I wanted to get the Civil War movie figure of Scarlet Witch, and I found her on eBay.
I remember that shit.
And I was trying to get on eBay to like find this figure and just go ahead and order it, because couldn't find it in Huntsville. I was just like, I give up, whatever. And I order it, and I think either you call me or Mike calls me. Someone texts me or something and said, "Hey, did you buy something from eBay?" And I was like, yeah, I bought something from eBay. And they were like, yeah, that was from us. So, I had to go down to the deep. And then like I saw Robbie, and I was like, hey, I want to get this figure.
Jelani overpaid for an action figure on eBay.
And I overpaid for it. But
just
I wanted
came to me and been like, yeah, dude, here you go. We would have hooked you up. You know what I'm saying? But we called you, because that's how good we are, man. We called you. We got in touch with you. Is that what brought you back? Were you out for a time, Jelani?
Yeah, I was out for a time. And I what I did was basically the figures that I had, I kept a bunch of them, but I sold them. I sold a large chunk of them because like I'm grown. I got to do grown stuff. Bills got to get paid,
Hey,
stuff like that. So I sold a ton of them.
Say, man, what did fucking Michael Corleone say? You know what
I'm saying? Yes, all of these are mine. So it's just, it is the thing. But I started buying figures from there. Like I bought that figure and it started again. And Mike was just like, hey man, you want some crack? And I'm like, yeah, I want crack. And this is all it started.
They pulled
me back in.
Now you understand Godfather 3 a little bit more.
Yeah, I do. Oh, I like Godfather 3. Don't get me wrong. It's still got its problems, but it is what it is. But I'm so glad that that I'm still in it, even though it's like I have no room or space for it, but I enjoy it. So it's what I like to do, and that's why I wanted to start this channel. Everyone in the PCP army was like pushing me to do it. I've been trying to think about how to do it, and with Brooks one day he came up with the name, and ever since then it's been like day one, let's do it. So and he's down for it. He's been filming videos. He's loving it.
Dude, what's crazy?
Really
here's something that's crazy to me is that, well, we have covered toys on PCP. We tried to do the PCP toys thing where we would be like PCP movies, PCP toys, PCP comics. We were like basically segmenting things out, right? And stuff like that. And we thought that was what we should do. And the toys didn't work. Some of it worked well, but it didn't work as well as I was wanting it to for the effort I was putting into it. Because those videos take a lot of editing, as you're coming to learn, right?
Yes.
I hate editing. You remember that was the first time, though. I loved doing that because that was the first time it was me, you, Brooks, and Mike in our set when I lived with Hammer Time Holshoe. We had the set, and we had multiple cameras going. Everybody was playing a part. We were cutting it in, and that was super fun. And so I'm glad to see that continue here in spirit here.
I love it.
I love it.
I love it. And thank you for your support, man. I really appreciate it. I mean, this has been a real journey because, like, I love these figures, man. And I know Brooks loves them. I know Jordan loves them. I love Mike loves selling them. It's just one of those things where all these things come together, and the fact that everyone's still here supporting us here really early on. So this will get better. Apparently, I'm gonna have to do this on my phone from now on. So, and my phone looks pretty good. I was shocked. So I'll go ahead and continue doing it this way until everything improves. But it's been a struggle, and I've had a lot of help. And I want to thank my number one fan. I think he's a Hawk on here. Terry, he is awesome.
Nice. We met him, man.
Yeah, we met him. He's been helping out so much. Like a lot of our technical things, not this, but he's been helping out. He got my camera. He got a lot of different things purchased for it. And I just want to thank him, out here on the stream since we're already here. And we're gonna talk. We're gonna do some show and tell. We're basically filibustering till the others show up too. But at the same time, we can still chat about what we need to chat about, which is basically toys. And I want to talk about if I'm going to complain about something.
Well, hold on a second. Hold on a second.
Go ahead.
Before we get into the grievances, and Festivus isn't quite upon us, but we're getting ready. I know that you're working on your list. I'm working on my list, and goddamn it, yeah. Taco Bell is on my list of grievances.
Again?
Yeah, but they're also my list of thank you. They brought back the Mexican pizza, but the Chorito rollout was a fuck up, and I got a lot of shit to say about that. But I want to say something really positive about what's so crazy. Think about I started podcasting in 2012, right? Mm-hmm. And then you and Brooks became involved in that a little bit here and there, right? And then we had the idea to do Pop Culture Philosophers. Basically, I almost died, and I came back with this vision. I came back from the tomb after on Easter. I was you know what I'm saying? I was in the hospital on Easter. It was I was this is synchronicity it was synchronicity in my life to a fucking T. Never in my life has anything been more synchronized than that thing. And I came out of it with the vision of Pop Culture Philosophers, right? And we started that within 4 months after I got out of the hospital, right?
It did not take long.
And look at where Brooks is right now. Brooks is the dude who never liked going clubbing with us.
Not once.
Never liked going to the bar. He loved hanging out with us. But in a home situation. We're all at somebody's place, chilling, playing video games, watching movies, listening to music, smoking, drinking, doing whatever, right? Brooks has never been one to be active and out.
Be out of his shell.
This motherfucker now has come out of his shell so much on this channel, on PCP, with movie night. He's so profound. We could, if John would get off his ass and put that fucking Brooks shirt up, they would sell Aunt May wheat
cake.
Easy.
It's so easy. I knew we were gonna do production notes. This is the best one. Brooks is out of his shell. Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that he wants to do this with me on this channel and with us, with Pop Culture Philosophers in general. Yeah, it's so cool.
I tell you what, man, people discount what it's like to come up here and do these stream shows, right? Yeah. And you're learning that on one side, it's more difficult than it actually seems, but then on the other side, this is a stage, right? Yeah. And Brooks was someone who we would say when we first met him for a long time we would say would have stage fright, right? Yeah. And now we took this motherfucker karaoke. He went out and did Holy Diver by Dio.
It's so real.
Just killed it too, man. Just fucking killed it. What Brooks's growth has been my most proud moment of what we have done collectively. Yeah. And that includes you out there in the chat as Pop Culture.
Thank you guys.
And the crew. And the excitable we are, but we have made Brooks truly excitable to other people. We finally got other people to realize how excitable Brooks is, because it was just us for a long time.
It really was. And a lot of people didn't know how cool Brooks was. And I'm glad I'm getting him on this. We do better when Brooks is on the videos. I've noticed that too. And he's such a burst of energy, and I love it. And the fact we did 2 videos back to back, and we might still be doing that in the future, just because I need him here to do that. And he brings an energy, and he brings his his knowledge.
Yeah.
And he has got great knowledge of these figures, of everything that he's had. He pretty much keeps up with his box.
You know, he has, there's a lot of shit he doesn't know. Like today, remember he literally said, Delta 8, what's that? Like
what's that?
Brooks is never on the cusp of new information.
No. You have to like drag him in.
Have a deep understanding of what he has experienced, right?
Yeah.
And he has helped us experience things like the movie Dead Man, which I'd never seen. It's become one of my fucking favorite movies.
Who knew? Who knew
that? I saw this in college. I'm like, Brooks, why have you never told me about this? Brooks keeps so much. People think I'm a private fucking person because I don't tell people shit like when I start some shit. But like Brooks is like the most private fucking dude.
Yeah, he really is.
Like he keeps everything in, and he is so goddamn profound. Brooks is one of my best friends because I would love kicking back. And Brooks doesn't really drink, but Brooks likes to, partake in other activities, right? And so do I. And I love kicking back with Brooks, smoking, and talking about what things mean. You know what I'm saying? Like Brooks is always there. And Brooks used to always
the meaning of life.
Yeah, right. And Brooks always. And here's the thing: the panel layout of PCP movie night is always basically determined by who shows up first.
Yeah.
Jelani is always the first there. He's always prepared.
Jelani, you
show up early, you're not ready, but you are there and everything's set and you're ready to come in, right? And Jelani, that's why Jelani was always first. And Brooks was always the latest. That's why he was always last.
Always last.
Brooks was able, Brooks could have 5 people in front of him explain a movie, like just rip it to fucking shreds, autopsy it, and like there's nothing else about this movie to talk about, right? And Brooks will pull it the fuck out, man. Something profound that had not been said, right? Oh my God. He's amazing, man. We love Brooks.
Yes, we do.
We couldn't say this while he was here because Brooks is a piece of shit because he's actually an actor.
Yes, and all actors are pieces of shit. Every last one of them. All right, well then I'm gonna talk about some toys. So
let's do it, man. Where's everybody? Where's Mike? I saw him in the chat. Where's Mike?
Yeah, Mike is popping off, and he's like, "That was me," and all this other stuff. And I'm like, "Dude, come on, yeah, come on, man."
Two Gun says Brooks is changed late. For the good.
Yeah, he's late.
That's awesome, man.
It's all good. Yeah, I'm just glad this struggle stream is working now, and apparently it's just on my phone, but. I will. You go right.
I can go solo for 4 hours. So
like, I know you can. This is what I want you to do. You do one, I do one. You do one, I do one. Works?
Works for me.
Let's go. We are now going to go into the show and tell portion of our show. So if no one else is here, that's fine. But Robbie's gonna do one. I'm gonna do one. We're going to basically show our stuff, and you can do honorable mentions. You can show as much as you want until we feel like not showing stuff anymore. We're just going to do a grabby of show and tell. Does that sound fair?
Sounds fair to me, man. I was prepared for the 5, and I'll start with those because what I wanted to do. Yeah,
I do.
I got you. What I wanted to talk about tonight was, okay, so like in 2020, the COVID season, we're all getting these fucking checks from the government.
Yep.
I'm getting extra pay, shit like this, right? And I dive deep into Motu. Masters of the Universe. That was the year. And before that, I'd been collecting up my Snake Men. I've been collecting up my Horde. And I was like
vintage.
Yeah, I was like, that's all I want. I want my Snake Men, I want the Horde. And then a collection came in, and in there was a Castle Grayskull and a Snake Mountain and a bunch of other figures. And I was like, fuck it. I went ass deep for 2020 and 2021 and Motu. I didn't collect a lot of Motu this year. In 2022, I was thinking about it as far as my toy collecting, and I buy new stuff, obviously, but obviously I also like vintage, right? So I wanted to share what was my vintage obsession this year. It was Playmates Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And I know why. I know why. It's because I got to do that panel with Kevin Eastman.
Yeah, true.
Right?
Yeah. We got to meet him. Such a nice guy.
Exactly. So cool. Yeah. Such cool dude. I got to be on stage with him and moderate a panel. And it was like, that felt to me like one of my best creator conversations ever. That felt like a conversation.
Yeah.
You know, like
Like a real talk, like what he did with his tank, all of that stuff, man.
yeah, I asked him
And
about
he
the
asked great
Batmobile. I
questions.
asked him about the fucking tank. I asked him about
Yep.
Vanilla Ice. like it was
He
great,
certainly
man. It
did.
was great, dude.
Ninja Rap.
I asked him about Frank Miller and Jack Kirby, and we talked about comics and art and texture and duo shade and shit. Oh my god. I loved it. That was such a memory to me. And my favorite 2022 memory is probably that. I mean, there's so many great memories this year, but like Kevin Eastman is a goddamn hero to me because growing up as a Turtles fan, that shit blew me away. Now, I had already had the Turtles. I'd already had a Shredder, a Super Shredder. I had pieces, but I dedicated myself this year. So the first piece I want to show off is something I bought at the expo that we did here, where Kevin Eastman was our honored guest, and I got to spend some good time with him. But I did finally get a Rocksteady.
Nice.
Now, obviously, I had a Rocksteady back when I was a kid. But obviously, those toys are long gone. I have none of my turtle figures from when I was a kid. The only surviving like figures I have are like my Toy Biz X-Men shit. Some of that survived, but a lot of my toy collection did not survive. Right. So heck, finally getting my Rocksteady.
I like that.
Yeah,
that's got the sewer manhole cover. I love that.
And I got the knife that goes along with it, so he is complete. And I got the base because he's set up on my little. I got the sewer play set this year too. But
yeah, you did.
I'm not going to weird stretch on that tonight because that's coming up for festival.
That's tomorrow. That's festival stream.
Yeah, but I finally got my Rocksteady, and I remember having this as a kid. You know me, you know my relationship I had with my grandmother, right? My grandma.
Yeah, I do.
And when I was basically raised by my grandma.
Mm-hmm.
I had a problematic childhood upbringing at times, but it was stable at times, but not so stable at other times. But when it was the most stable in my life was when I lived with my grandmother. And I lived with my grandmother for like many sections.
That's how I met you.
Exactly. Yeah. I lived with my grandma. So I lived with her when I was like in elementary school for a while. I lived with her when I was in middle school for a while. I lived with her in high school and then right after high school until I went out on my own. And my grandma back in the fucking day, like early 90s, we would go out and I loved it so much, man. We would go to Walmart. I would get to buy a Ninja Turtle action figure.
Mm-hmm. I did too. Yeah.
Then my grandma was so awesome. She would take me to both Wendy's and McDonald's. And it's the one that was next to the Walmart on Drake. You know, the Wendy's and McDonald's I'm talking about because they still exist. Yep. Back in those days, there was a Long John Silver between them. Right. Mm-hmm. But she would take me to both so I could get chicken McNuggets from McDonald's and chili from Wendy's. Because when I was a kid, for some reason, I loved buying Ninja Turtle figures from Playmates, and I loved getting Wendy's chili and dipping McDonald's McNuggets in them and eating them. And then my grandmother always then had, for an after dinner snack, cottage cheese in the fucking fridge. And that's why I still love cottage cheese and eat it every goddamn day. So tonight is a tribute to my grandmother, me getting some toys back this year that she got me in my formative years. And the reason why I am a toy collector, an avid toy collector, is mostly because of the support of my grandmother. So station all the grandmothers out there still alive and those that are gone. But Merry Christmas to you, Grandma.
Merry Christmas. And dude, that was awesome. Thank you for that. I really appreciate that. And now, guess what? I got some more people showing up. I'm shocked.
Nice.
Yeah, Brooks is here now. I'm going to bring him in.
All right.
He is, of course, hey, dude.
Brooks,
stay shown.
Where are you at, Brooks? That looks so clean.
Yeah.
My aunt's office.
Well done. You had to pick a fight, man. Good job. I'm proud of you.
I was having internet troubles at my house, so I just had to come up here and do it. No big deal.
That sounds fair, man. Thank you for being here, of course, because you're this, man. We're go figure here.
It looks good. It looks like Brooks is like trapped in amber. It looks like he's trapped in amber, right? And like some year, like decades, maybe millions of years, 65 million years from now, someone's going to find Brooks in amber and clone him. And have him
like a little theme park.
Yeah, Brooks Park.
It'll be Brooks Park. Dun, 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 dun.
Like a giant long neck version of me just walking around chewing the leaves off of trees.
Oh, yeah.
Crazy, man.
So, and we got another person here. Yep. I'm going to bring him on too. Why not? I guess he made it home, so I guess that's a good thing. We bring up Mike 06, the voice.
Station.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I gotta stop the camera and readjust my
It's
desk
all
there
good,
for a
man.
second.
It
So,
happens. Trust
but,
me, man.
Mike's the kind of guy that's like, you're gonna introduce me on your stream, I'm gonna cut my fucking mic feed and my fucking
That's
camera
what I
feed.
do.
there we go. I had to get I couldn't find my mic, and then I was like, "Oh crap, there it is." So,
Well done. Well, I'm glad you're here, man.
yeah,
So-
one of the real quick though, because I was listening the whole entire time, and that was me that sent you the message about buying the Scarlet Witch.
Okay. I
so-
knew you'd give me notes. You give
But
me notes.
I do believe, Mike, that you told me about it, and you were
Yes,
like, "What?"
I
should I?
did.
And I was like, "Tell him, send him a
Because-
fucking message." Like,
Yeah,
Because
I didn't know I was buying a figure from you.
because I wanted to put a message in the box saying, my dearest Jelani, thank you so much for buying this figure. We love you so much. Thank you for being a supporter for the deep comics and games." All in big letters. And then both Ed and Billy were like, "No, because if he wanted to, that would give him reason to leave us a negative review."
I'm not going to give you a negative review.
Yeah, I know, but
I
like,
didn't know I was buying from you. I would have never done that.
and I would have sold it to you for it was $19.99. So you would have got your $19.99 with a 20% discount. That's what I would have.
Here's the punchline. Here's the punchline to all of this. I go to the store to go get the figure since I found out that day. And I was like, oh, I bought a figure from the deep. I should have just driven to the deep. So I went down there not knowing this because I didn't know who I bought from or purchased
Yeah,
from.
we had to mail it.
And you tell me, yeah, you have to mail it. You got to mail it. And I was like, well, what the crap? I'm here. You can just give me the figure. Nope, got to mail it. Got to go through here. Robbie told me that, and I left for like 20 minutes.
Because
That
we
was
didn't
good
have,
times.
there was no
It was
pickup,
funny,
no pickup option. Sorry.
but it's fine. It's okay. I got her. I sold her. I've sold her since. I got a different one, and she's better. So life goes on.
And I've
But
sold
yeah,
that one
thanks for being here.
Oh,
We're gonna go to Brooks next. Brooks, what we're gonna do, and this is the concept for everyone so far. We're gonna do one, and we're gonna do one each of our 5, and just tell a little bit about it. I think that's a good little live stream fun. I'll try to keep the chat going. I've got this is how messed up my setup is. You're watching me on my phone. I'm doing all of my admin stuff on my computer, which has the weirdest internet problem right now that I had from the struggle stream before. So this is just running off my phone. So if you hear boxy noises, I've said this before. I apologize.
you sound great, brother.
We're gonna do what
Trust
we
me,
can do.
This was way better than it was before we went live. Trust me,
True.
it's great, bro.
True.
It's great. You're doing great. This is your
So
best
what-
stream. This isn't a struggle stream. Trust me.
Yes. Yes.
Notice how we killed 30 minutes until people showed up.
Yep. We got the people. So
Perfectly laid in for Brooks to go next, right? Yeah.
right. Brooks is gonna go next. Brooks, all you're doing is showing one of your 5. And then tell us about it, what you feel about it. And from there, we're gonna go to Mike, do the same thing, and I'll do mine, and we'll go on until we finish our 5.
Also, Brooks, you got to tell us about the true meaning of Christmas.
Oh, that would be cute. It's a holiday
And the
stream.
meaning of life. Why are we here?
Exactly. And you got to tell us what happened to Jimmy Hoffa.
Oh, you know what? I keep forgetting before you do this, since Brooks is here now, and I did not do it before. This shit hadn't even started yet. That's it.
Yeah, I was waiting for that at the very beginning, and then it was a weird, awkward, like just black screen for like 20 seconds, and then you showed
Yeah, I dropped the countdown, and I was like, "Why is the countdown not showing my intro?" And I was like, "The intro's not here." No, and thanks to Manny for that. He was supposed to be here too, but I think he's missing it too.
He's in the middle of a blizzard right now, pretty much, right?
Yeah, he is. He's a little trapped. He's the gentleman that does our thumbnails and our intros. Thank you so much for that, Manny. I really appreciate all of that too. But anyhow, Brooks, I've cut you off long enough. Brooks, show us what you got, man.
Well, in honor of Christmas this year, Christmas is a time for families, It's all about the family, the get together with your family. So I'm like, who is the first family of the Marvel Universe?
Oh,
The Fantastic Four.
I was gonna say Eternals.
Reed Richards
Wrong.
is elastic.
The Thing just loves to fight. But yeah, this is the patriarch, Mr. Fantastic here from the Fantastic Four Legends set that I got.
Oh yeah,
That's the reboot costume. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he's got the beard, which is like I was like, if I'm gonna get Mr. Fantastic, I want the one with the beard.
That's right. He seems like he's more distinguished with a beard.
Yeah, it's like he's way cooler. First appearance, Fantastic Four #1 by Jack Kirby and some other guy, who knows.
Oh, you're talking about his inker, Dick Ayers, right? That's surely who you're talking about.
Wow.
With sunglasses, I think. And yes, he is known for his superior intellect in all things, as well as being a loving, caring father type. Even though sometimes sometimes he gets a little too caught up in his own head, but still, he's always there for everybody in his family. He's the man, Mr. Fantastic, aka
He's got a plan.
Reed Richards.
Hell,
I like it.
Love the Fantastic Four reference. And
Yeah, dude. Very nice. Very nice figure. All right, we'll go to Mike now. And Mike, show us what you got.
Well, real quick, I was going to say, I know how much Robbie's grandmother meant to him, and I hate to admit defeat before Christmas, but I still have some time. But there's something that we talked about that you and your grandmother love to do. So hopefully, I can get this for you. If not, then
wait, you taking me to Piccadilly? Is that what you're doing?
I mean, we got to travel. We got to travel for that one. No, it's something that we talked about. I don't know if you remember it. So, but I got like part of it. But that's a nice little surprise. I'm gonna throw you away tomorrow. But I'm trying to work on some stuff. Also,
expectation. Now I can't sleep tonight, man. Thank you.
One of my my favorite Brooks story is we got Brooks off of what is it? Edge Explorer and onto Chrome.
Internet Explorer, yeah.
Internet Explorer.
Internet Explorer. Now he's on Chrome.
Explorer. It's different now. It's called
it's Bing, isn't it?
It's Microsoft Edge now.
Edge, yeah.
Yeah, Edge, yeah.
But yeah, so we got him on Google Chrome and Firefox and all that stuff. So bringing him on up. I guess with me, you can see everything behind me is just kind of stripped and just thrown around, and it's always changing, always moving around. I got a whole bunch of photos and books I have to put up here and just do a lot of rearranging. So I did good. All I did this year was G.I. Joe. So this figure, I got lucky. Somebody told me about it, and it's like, hey, this figure's in Decatur. And it's just like, I have to work these next few days. There's no chance in hell I'm going to be able to make it to Decatur to get the figure. And then drove out there on a day off and had to do some other stuff in Decatur. I'm like, I might as well swing by. And I found it. And it is the Tiger Force bazooka. So there's...
Yeah.
Oh,
there
that's
he
dope.
is.
That's dope.
Yeah.
So...
I didn't like Bazooka and the Tiger Force colors. Hopefully they'll make the other one, but I like that figure anyway.
I'm sure they will, but it's one of those. I like the Tiger Force. It was always that sub team. Like right when I was getting out of GI Joe, it was the sub team that still kept me interested and into it because I liked the color design, and I just thought it was the coolest shit in the world. And Bazooka is probably one of my favorite characters. I don't know. Back at the old Deep, we had casted a movie of who we would play in a G.I. Joe movie. And so me and Tony are Alpine and Bazooka. So that's one reason why Bazooka holds. Like, I will sell everything except for Alpine and Bazooka from this. I sold my 3 3/4 because they were making the 6-inch. So, and I'd rather have I'd rather have camera stuff, and then I know because the 6 inches are cheap, and so it's one of those, like,
make sacrifices.
And then Andy worked at the store too, and we were talking about it, and he was always Flint. So it's like we had our 3 characters, and so that became like a long running joke between like me and Tony and Andy. It was always like, for birthday cards, it was like it was just a still with like Bazooka and Flint, or all 3 of them, or just Alpine and Bazooka. So, and it was just funny because it was just like, as we clash and we don't get along, but we still, love each other. So
yeah,
and but it's still, so that's always what it will be. So it's just one of those. It's like, as much as sometimes he thinks I hate him. I don't. I love Tony to death because he's my Alpine to my Bazooka. So, and it sucks though. It's like and they made like in 2006 they made an Alpine Tiger Force figure. So hopefully they make that for the 6-inch. So
cool.
That's my first one.
I would love to have a Tiger Force 6-inch. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm talking about dicks right now. Anyway, moving on.
I knew you would. Yeah. Well, I guess it's my turn. I'm gonna show off something that I didn't think I'd get, but I got it because I'm in love. And hopefully this year it'll come back and I will be happy again. Hopefully they didn't mess it up by doing what they did to it before. But this is my baby Grogu.
Nice.
I will try to show him in my camera as best as I can. But I think his battery may be dead. Of course it is.
This motherfucker didn't check his batteries. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
I'm surprised that shit takes batteries and just doesn't USB charge nowadays.
That would be nice to do a USB charger. But she's so beautiful.
Dude, I just want to go fucking hug my cat now for some reason.
Yeah.
What the hell? It's so adorable.
Beautiful. And I'm like, oh, and you have to, oh yeah. And its ears move, and it uses the Force. And it has this little Mandalorian necklace. It's the sweetest thing ever, and I hope the Mandalorian is good coming from the 2023 section. It feels like it's been too long, and we had Book of Boba Fett, which was absolute waste of time and effort. But this was a toy that like randomly came out at Target one day, and I had to have it, and I haven't regretted it. I haven't turned him on in a while, but he's absolutely gorgeous.
Dude, so Ruby's come a long way.
Yeah. So I was gonna do like show and tell like one spots with everybody, but I'm afraid to do that on this computer because it'll explode or something. So Robbie, you're next. Show us what you got.
All right, next up, you can't have Rocksteady without his partner in crime. So I got that Rocksteady, and my man Mike, who's the toy buyer for the shop that I manage, he's responsible for every toy here except for the Rocksteady. I bought that on my own at the expo. But you can't have a Rocksteady without a Bebop. So very soon, Mike was like, oh yeah, I got a Bebop. I was like, what do you mean you got a fucking Bebop? You haven't told me about this with this miraculous fucking Bebop, right? And then all of a sudden he shows up with his Bebop. He's got his drill gun, and one of these knives belongs to him and one belongs to Rocksteady. I don't know which one is which, right? I think
the one with the eagle head is his, if I'm not mistaken.
Eagle head. Oh, that one. Yeah. It does have an eagle head. I've never noticed that detail. All right, so I think this is a complete Bebop then, right?
Yes.
Yeah, his knife, gun, and
hold on.
His shield. He's got the shield.
He's got a shield too? Is it this one?
I think it's that shield. That's the garbage can shield. Yeah, that's his.
Yes, complete
that's it.
Bebop because I got the
Bebop.
Rocksteady complete. I got the Bebop complete. So I got Bebop and Rocksteady. So I had my Turtles, I had my Shredder, and now I got my Bebop and my Rocksteady. So honor once again to my grandmother and to Mike, the voice Matthews. Love you, brother. Love you, brother.
Oh,
So
it worked out.
You have a Shredder?
Yeah, I got a Shredder. Old school Shredder and Super Shredder.
Okay.
Check that out, y'all. Together.
I like them. They're a dynamic duo of sorts.
And this is one that is distinctly like impregnated in my mind. Being at my grandmother's fucking house, Wendy's chili, McDonald's McNuggets with honey, and I still get honey on my McNuggets, right? I still get honey, and just, dude, what a great fucking, and Wendy's chili.
You can't beat it.
And I've seen all these videos, right? Let me just talk about this real quick. I see all these videos talking about like Wendy's chili is just the meat, because they say fresh, never frozen at Wendy's or whatever. So they're frozen, but they're not raw. I mean, they're raw, but anyway, it's not like McDonald's. Wendy's burgers are actually like raw when they cook them, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you can have problems there at certain Wendy's. You're like, your burger's too pink. I wouldn't eat it if it's at Wendy's. Yeah. Anyway, what the fuck was I saying? God damn it.
That's good. Well, speaking of that, we gotta get to Brooks, man. We'll come back.
Go ahead.
We'll come back. Brooks, what you got? Show us.
Every good man, there's a good invisible woman. This is my invisible woman figure. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was very odd that they just kind of, but then I kind of saw it. But this is her right here.
He's kind of like John Cena.
You can't see me. But yeah, first appearance, Fantastic Four #1, and nice. This is the it's the same. They're all from the same Fantastic Four set, so they all have the black and blue, which is like nice. I really like the black and blue costume.
That's a good costume. That's the Slott relaunch.
Okay, Dan Slott did that. Okay.
Yeah, I would like I was tempted to get the classic ones when they came out with the old school classic card backs, but then I was like, I don't need to buy another damn Fantastic Four. But now I'm thinking about I would like a classic set as well, but that's not a high priority.
I have the Walgreens classic set. They did a few.
Yeah, I remember those. Those are pretty nice too.
Yeah, they are.
I like those.
Yeah, I like that coloring. I like all four of those.
The card ones I thought are the card ones classic, or are they like the John Byrne Negative Zone costumes where they're like more blackish and white, right? They're more like that, right?
Yeah. They're black and blue.
They're like the late 80s and early 90s.
That's how they looked.
Right. Okay. I think so.
Yeah.
What I was going to say is people say that Wendy's chili is just the hamburgers they didn't use the day before. I don't think it's delicious.
Yeah, I they are delicious.
Sorry, I had to do it. I'd heard the Wendy's too many times.
Did you do the Wendy's nuts?
Wendy's nuts?
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all, man, I'm not lying. Everybody here knows because everybody here on this panel tried my Wendy's peppermint frosty today. Those things fucking slap. Get them before they're gone. Those are
get them. Peppermint. Yeah, who knew? It's a holiday treat, man. All right. Well, next, Mike, what you got? Show us.
I got a really big thing for the end.
Okay.
Blow y'all away with. So continuing the G.I. Joe trend, I guess, we have Tiger Force Outback. Well, nice. I'm glad that they did this one because I was not paying $150 to $200 for the international version. So this is the international version of Outback. Outback was never released in the Tiger Force in the United States. He was Action Force only. And one of the things so he's stupid expensive. And I was like, I started collecting the Tiger Force stuff, and I had this two just like blows to me that just hurt my soul. And it was, I had a friend that I hooked up, took care of, and he found all the vehicles at an estate sale or a garage sale.
You're talking about the originals.
And the original vehicles, everything complete. And he paid $150, maybe 175. He paid less than 200 for it. And I was just like, cool, I will give you 200 for it all. And he's like, no, I want 6, which was market price for it. I'm like, I really want those vehicles. Like, this is the line that I want to collect. And it's just like, yeah, I want 6 for it. And it's just like,
can you help me out real quick, Mike? What is Tiger Force? Because I've seen that this is a thing, but I don't think I was there for that era of G.I. Joe. What is Tiger Force?
So they did, it's just so they did sublines. They did Night Force, Tiger Force, and
we're talking like late 80s at this point?
This is 80, give me 1 second. I want to say it's 87, 88. It's before it all got,
that's like the tail end, right?
That's 94.
That's like
Dinosaur. That's when Deep took over.
That's Evil Headhunters and Eco Warriors and Ninja Force. The Plague Brigade, whatever.
I remember Eco
Street Fighter. So
Street Fighter is my jam. I love those G.I. Joe Street Fighters.
Tiger Force is just one of the is a sub team of older. It's the Jungle Crew is what you would call it. It came out in '88. All the vehicles are tiger striped. They have. So when you look at, where is it? So they have like their pants. It's all tigers, green, white.
It is. It's just a way for
dark
them
greens,
for
the
Hasbro
orange.
to like re-release the same figures with a different coat of paint.
Right, and and Tiger Force was like an exclusive. Tiger Force wasn't an exclusive; it was just kind of an everywhere kind of thing. And then Night Force, which I hope they do. It's kind of the Night Raid.
Yeah, they can reuse all those body sculpts.
So to bring it back to that Outback figure,
the Night Ops.
To bring it back to that Outback figure, does it come with a bloomin' onion?
He should.
It's got a pistol, a shovel, and flashlight. So I'm sure you could get a bloomin' onion out of that somehow.
Yeah, believe it or not, y'all, back in the 80s, a flashlight and a shovel with a figure really excited us. Like, no,
that's all it took. Made this bloomin' onion in a cave with scraps.
Here it is in a cave. Yep.
But yeah, so it's a great figure. That line, like it was some of the last things that I collected from G.I. Joe because I didn't go past '89. So it's one of those like the second wave TV show where Sergeant Slaughter's Marauders, Python Patrol, which they're bringing out now.
Yeah.
And that was all the beginning. That was the beginning of the second generation. When it went from Sunbow to Deke for the animation. So, and I don't even know if these were. I don't think Tiger Force appeared in the comic at all. I'm not 100. I don't think it did. So that's something I have to go back and do research on. So I'm not sure, but I can always figure that out. So yeah, that's it. Love Tiger Force.
Appreciate it. Okay, so it's my turn. I guess I'll show you what I got. And let's see here if I can grab them all. Well, I guess I'll have to skip it for now until I get the other one back. But we'll do the next one. That's fine. I will take this one. This bad boy I bought from Robbie's comic book store like many years ago in many different buildings ago. And it's one of my favorite things. People have asked me about this figure a lot and this vehicle a lot. when they come over. So I'll go ahead and show it off. This is my Cloud Strife with motorbike. This is the Advent Children.
That's from back in the day, man.
Yeah. This is ancient. Like, I don't know how much it is on eBay now, but I've kept it. Like, people have always asked me about this figure and am I willing to sell it? All of these other things, and it's like one of the masterpieces that I've had for like the last few years. So a lot of people ask about it, and it's in the background of some of my videos. When we did our top 5, it was in the background, very far away, but it was there, and I still had somebody ask me about it. So it's I love this bike. I wish I could do the full screen thing, but I'm scared to break the whole system again. But I'm just gonna show it off. It's so shiny and nice. And I finally had to clean it up because it was really dusty. I was like, gosh, I hadn't dusted this shelf in a long time. But I love this figure. I love this bike. He is just absolutely freaking clean. And, of course, he comes with the Buster Sword.
Yeah, figures with swords and motorcycles are the coolest.
They are. They absolutely are. And I love Cloudness. I like Advent Children. That was a good little movie for Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII is like my favorite RPG ever. I still haven't gotten to play the PS5 version or the PS4 version for that matter. But I know the remake is awesome as well. I just want to show that off. Let me see if I can get it closer to my other camera. I'm putting it in front of the camera that like is on my phone that we do our videos on. And it works better than my own computer, so I'll cry about it. But it's good. I like Cloud. So I'm done with that one. That's 2 for us. Now we're going to 3. Mr. Santa Billz. What else what you got?
For number 3 is one of my newest Playmates Turtles vintage pickups. But it's Leatherhead.
Leatherhead.
Guarantee.
Yeah, I always loved Leatherhead because of this feature.
Yeah.
And this is one I had back in the day.
I never had that figure.
Oh,
that
I
was
loved
great.
it. So I've got the gun, I got the belt. I'm sure I'm missing a few more pieces, but not too many. We'll eventually find them. But Leatherhead's cool because, like, let's not undercount how detailed these Playmates figures are from the 90s. Whether it's this, whether it's Toxic Crusaders, whether it's the Star Trek line, they're incredibly detailed, very realistic for what they're trying to do. And they were done cheaply. So they were detailed, posable, and cheap.
And everywhere. You could get them everywhere.
Don't make them like this anymore. So Leatherhead is my next.
Even this vintage thing.
Yeah.
I'm getting worried about this vintage thing you have, but they cost a fortune now.
But it takes me back to those days. And like, I'm not going to lie. This may seem weird and obsessive and sad. I sometimes DoorDash Wendy's chili, chicken McNuggets, and I bring out my fucking Turtles toys. Why the fuck not, man? Relive those glory days. I do that when I watch baseball sometimes, man. You know what I'm saying? My grandmother used to live in the apartment complex right next to Brown Spring Park. So that's where I played baseball, and I would go over there and spend the night. So after a game, she would take me, buy a turtle figure, take me out to fast food dinner, which in the 90s, when you're fucking middle-aged,
that's all you need.
Okay, that's all you want. I want a toy, and I want a fucking McDonald's. You're like, there you go. That's all I need. That's all I need.
Feed me and toy me. We were simple creatures back then. Yeah, dude.
That's still what many of us are looking for a wife or a partner or whatever, is like, feed me and toy me.
And toy me. That's it. It's so easy.
I have been fed and toyed.
Oh yeah.
Toyed with by many women. Anyway, move on.
Now, Brooks, my partner in crime. Show us what you got.
Yeah. We've got Johnny Use the Human Torch. This is of course the Human Torch. First appearance, Fantastic Four #1.
Yeah, that's a good spec book, right? That's a good spec book. Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I've heard like that early Fantastic Four, those tend to have like a lot of keys in them for some reason. But yeah, Johnny, he's the hot-headed or he was the hot-headed, like, young guy. He still kind of is. I think he's grown a little bit since those early days, but he's also still the same sort of. He's kind of the Fantastic Four member that's kind of immune to change in a way.
He grows and then reverts, right? That's what keeps happening. That's what keeps happening to him, man.
Every time he meets a new girl, he just goes right back to what he was before. And
then evolves into like truly loving and committing to someone.
And he's like, oh, but that girl's pretty hot too.
Yeah.
Best character growth of Johnny was in Jonathan Hickman's run post the death, right?
Yeah.
Or should we say the mini deaths of Jonathan Storm?
Okay.
He got put through the ringer there.
They didn't replace him with Herbie during that time, did they?
No, Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's better.
But don't worry, he was still alive, but he was lost in the negative zone, being killed and resurrected every day.
He was like a gladiator or some shit, right?
Yeah, they would like put him out to fight for his life. He would die, and they would stitch him back together with negative zone technology, and it would happen all over again. He died.
The negative zone was doing it before Krakoa then.
And then if Jonathan didn't do this, he should have at least a story called The 1,000 Deaths of Jonathan Storm.
That would have been cool.
It's very dramatic. But yeah, like this is the non-flamed on version, of course. But I got the flame hand on, so that he can do it if he wants to.
Yeah.
He just chooses not to.
Playing around.
He wants you to see his handsome haircut and all that shit. This fancy boy.
You know what? You know what's the saddest thing in our action figure collective lives? That we never got an action figure back in the Toy Biz days. That was Johnny Storm, but there were clip-on flame pieces that turned him into the Human Torch.
Mm-hmm.
That would be cool. Why didn't they do something like that?
Think about like those
they did that.
Those Bruce Wayne Batman figures we love. Yeah, think about the shit we love. Like, they could have easily done that. You switch out the head, you add on some flame bits, and he's the Human Torch.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Or just light it on fire. There you go.
Yeah, you just light the figure on fire.
Like
that SNL skit where the dude would come on with like the super dangerous toys.
The Dan Aykroyd skit? Yeah, dude. Yeah. No, it's great. It's great. You just rub yourself up with some gasoline and these bandages, and you just light yourself on fire with the
Johnny Human Torch costume.
Perfect.
A bunch of oily rags.
That's a great holiday fucking skit to rewatch.
It is. All right. Well, all right. Now we go back to Mike. Number 3, sir. Tell us what you got.
We're on number 2, right?
This is 2?
No, we're on 3.
This is 3.
Yeah, we're on 3. I'm sorry. I got distracted.
You're getting happy.
Because
I'm on that maker's mark, y'all. I'm sorry.
It's all good, man. Hey, glad you're here, man. You're worth it.
I was looking, I was like, wait, my next one's 2. What's going on?
Bebop, Rocksteady, Leatherface.
Leatherhead.
Leatherhead.
I made that mistake too, man. Leatherface is on my mind. We're watching all those movies for horror.
Yeah, man.
So this is another sticking to the G.I. Joe, since everybody's kind of got their themes going. I'm sticking to G.I. Joe. And I've got the Tiger Force Duke on the Tiger Ram. I guess that's what you would call it. All the vehicles had like these weird, either they were renamed or they just had the word tiger in front of it. Yeah. So you would have like the tiger. It was like you could have the Sting. This is the vehicle that shot missiles, or you could have the Tiger Sting, which was all painted up with the tiger face and all the stripes.
Tiger
knee.
But you didn't see that, did you?
It's a fun line. I remember I got a message in one of the toy groups, the local toy groups. They're like, hey, if anybody's near the Jones Valley Target, they just got 5 of these. And there, lo and behold, the I was like, this is 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, it's a Thursday. Like, I'm not gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna be able to leave work. I'm not gonna be able to get there till by 5:36. And got off work, did the errands after work, and then went straight to Target. And I got there, and there were none on the shelf. I kept looking, and there's other people walking around looking, and I finally found this nice employee, and I was like, "Hey, I'm looking for this figure. A friend of mine told me to come pick it up, and I just can't find it anywhere." And I showed her a picture of it, and she looked in a little thing, and she's like, "Yeah, let me go check in the back. It says we have them." She went to the back, and she brought me two, and she was just like, "In case, like, did you want one for you?" And I was just like, "Yeah, I might as well." Like, I was like, if there was one for him, then I would like, but I wasn't expecting it. And so, but that's the way it's just a recolor of a Duke. So, and a recolor of a Ram. But to me, it's the coolest shit in the world. And then not Roadblock, but Duke, the Tiger Force Duke came with the helmet. And so when he's on the motorcycle, he's got Bazooka's helmet. So it makes life a little bit easier. Because you can't,
I'll tell you what, the only thing as cool as an action figure with a sword and a motorcycle is an action figure with a gun and a motorcycle.
Yeah. Especially a gun you can probably take out and use. Can you not take that gun out?
Yeah. It's the same. It's the same. It's the same. Ah, crap. Dropping it. It's the same. It's just there it is.
Nice.
So you can use, let me pull. It's just his gun, but red. So, I mean, nothing better than like trying to fight your enemies with a huge red Gatling gun.
Sounds fair.
Like, come look at this. So it's
First Blood 6 coming soon. Blood.
So
Final Blood. Home Alone 3. Home Alone 3. Final Blood.
Yeah, last blood for real this time.
This is the last one for real.
Last one, part 2.
That would fit with the whole goddamn fucking naming of the Rambo series, right?
Part 2, Rambo 7.
I asked Brooks today, I was like, "Hey man, you watching Christmas movies this week?" And he goes, "Yeah, man, I watched First Blood." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, man.
Yeah.
You're just talking about that in the PCP Army."
It's a real Christmas movie.
Christmas classic.
Yep. So I guess I'll go next. Hey,
next.
Like Comic Culture's here. Say hi to Comic Culture, everyone. Yay. If this thing will come up, good grief. But I'll go to mine, and for some odd reason, they're going to be Ninja Turtles. And these Ninja Turtles I found on my birthday in Arab, of all places, Arab, Alabama. I went up there to visit some friends, and there's a toy shop.
Go to Arab.
Yeah, they want to go. They live in Arab.
You go to Arab to look for toys at their Walmart.
Yeah, at their Walmart, and they have a toy store. So I went in the toy store, and this was here, and it was like some local artist dude, and he like put shoe polish or something, and he like weathered these Ninja Turtle figures and gave them their own weapons. Like he whittled some of these from like wood and like plastic. So this is my Leonardo, and this is my Donatello. I can't find the camera.
Yeah, those are Nickelodeon figures. Yeah,
they look like the Nickelodeon figures, but they have like the which is right now one of my favorite shows. I didn't know it was going to be that good.
Oh, it's really good. Those are like battle damaged Nickelodeon turtles. Yeah, that's
and they're amazing. And then of course my favorite, Raph, with his original size, or the original Playmate size. But I love these figures. I mean, like the detail in them when he put the paint in them, it makes them grittier. So I have like a whole ninja shelf, and these are my Ninja turtles that are on the shelf. And then, of course, Michelangelo, everyone else's favorite, or next to Donatello, I guess.
It's my favorite.
Yeah, he's got these sweet nunchucks that the guy made, and they're like whittled and have like, I don't know, it's like chain, like a little chain on them. Can I get them in the camper for the reason?
You like whittling, man? Is that what you're saying?
I think I'm wiggling. Yeah, but I like the shells. All the shells are different. I didn't know that they were all like.
Yeah, those are repaints of the Nickelodeon figures. I have those originals, man, but those look really good because they look hardened. They look hardened, man. Yeah,
they look really, really gritty, and I enjoy them a lot. They're just freaking nuts, man. All right, that's it. And to you, sir. Show us what you got, Santa Billz.
For number 2.
Number 2. Well, right. number 4.
Wait, they're not in any order, right? I guess.
They're not in any order.
So we're going through my Turtles Playmates, right? I'm glad you showed the 4 turtles. There's no turtles here because I already had those Turtles figures, right? But this year, Mike helped me complete a Casey Jones figure.
Nice.
And he's got the golf club and the 2 split bats, the golf club carriage or whatever. That's the thing, by the way, that earmuffs, Brooks, that the killer of Laura Palmer puts her cousin in. If anybody remembers, I'm rewatching Twin Peaks now, but I love this look. And I came to know Casey Jones mostly in the original Turtles movie, right? He was in the animated series, but he wasn't my favorite then. But in the live action first movie, I loved Casey Jones when I was a kid. I remember watching that movie at the theater that used to be right there at Sparkman and University. Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? It eventually became like, and it eventually became like the Hometown and Old Country Buffet, and now it's an Advanced Auto Parts or some shit. But what I love about getting this today and having such more of a respect for what Peter Laird and Kevin Eastman did in those early Turtles issues, this is not the Casey Jones from the animated series. This is 100% the Casey Jones from his first appearance in the Raphael Micro series, right, Brooks?
Yeah.
That is it. That is an awesome figure. And I would dare to say one of the best figures ever from this era.
Have you been reading the new 80s Turtles comic that's been coming out?
The Saturday morning cartoons?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was featured in this week's one.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude. He stumbles into superpowers and he just starts like wailing on every criminal he can find. It's funny as shit.
It was a really good issue, man. And that's been a good series. They did a G.I. Joe Saturday Morning Adventures. They're doing a Turtles one right now. And they got a Dungeons and Dragons one coming up for people that love that 80s D&D animated series.
Oh, nice. That'd be pretty cool. All right, then. Well, thank you for sharing that. That Casey Jones was freaking awesome. Brooks, you're next. Tell us what you got.
What a revolting development. This is, of course, Benjamin J. Grimm, the ever-loving blue-eyed thing. You're just an ugly monster. Oh, this monster.
This monster. That's how you're supposed to say it, man.
Yeah.
First appearance, Fantastic Four #1, of course. And,
interesting.
It's weird how all these members of this super team have the same first.
And they're appearance. They're in year 5, so that's working out.
Yeah, and he's my favorite member of the Fantastic Four. Is the thing, dude. Like, I just love how gruff he is, but he's also got he's got a lot of heart to him, and he cares a lot about his friends and family. And even though, he's sometimes got a chip on his shoulder because he feels like a freak and everything, over time he's come to accept who he is. I mean, he just doesn't give a shit anymore what people think.
Yeah.
He's starting. He's starting his own family now. He's finally married. He married Alicia Masters. And he's raising this Skrull kid and Kree kid who are like trained in an arena to fight each other to the death. But he's working on it. You know, the dad thing. He can do it. I have faith in him.
He can handle it.
I think he could get those crazy kids to turn out pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, he's numero uno of the Fantastic Four, in my humble opinion, of course. You know.
Yeah, you're doing a good job with those. I like those figures a lot, man.
Yeah, I love the costumes, like the black and blue ones.
Black and blue. Yeah. It's a good team. Like I said, I love that Wolverine's version of them too. I mean, they've made great things on top of that. Like all the things that have come out, I'm pretty much a fan of. They that coloring on that thing is like the bright sun yellow color on him. I like that.
The way his rocks.
Yeah. And his rocks are so detailed. Yeah. I love it. Oh man, I absolutely love that thing.
Hey, kick rocks.
Yeah. But he's so clean.
The only thing he's missing is like I wish they had one with like either an alternate head or like a way you can put like a stogie in his mouth.
That'd be nice. Well, I mean, I'm
we
sure
don't do that anymore. The thing doesn't smoke since like 2002. Remember?
That's right. They stopped all smoking.
2002. No Marvel Hero smokes.
It's like because like you know Jack Kirby was a cigar guy, and like I think the thing is like seems very reminiscent of Kirby.
Do you remember they did that thing? It was a what if the Marvel bullpen was the Fantastic Four? I have that issue, right? It's a great classic what if issue. What if the Marvel bullpen was the Fantastic Four and Jack Kirby was the fucking thing, bro?
Was the thing?
Of course,
100%. Because Jack Kirby is the fucking thing. It's like what it's like what Quentin Tarantino was saying through Tim Roth and Reservoir Dogs. He is the fucking thing.
Yep.
They were talking about what, Lawrence Tenney or something shit.
Very nice.
Development.
Thank you, Brooks. That was nice.
The thing.
And Mike, down there. It's your turn, man. Show us what you got.
By the way, if we're the Fantastic Four here, Mike is the thing.
Mike would be the thing. I'm Johnny and Brooks is Sue. I'll let you.
Yeah,
I guess powerful number.
That would fit.
I am starting to get some gray hairs. So I'm a little bit more read nowadays. Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't like reversed just for men yourself. To have
I think I still want to, man. I always, you guys know me. You've known me for a long time. You've known me for 20 plus years. You know that I've always wanted gray hairs, but now that I'm getting them, I don't like it.
They're in the wrong spots.
They're in the wrong spot. Why are they up here and in my beard? Like, come on, man. I'm gonna have to start doing that touch of gray and then adding more gray into the temples.
And just so you get the size, you know why they did that back in the 60s, right? It was because they were wearing toupees, and the guys had gray hair on the sides, so they had to put a brown toupee on.
It's not a natural thing that
it doesn't look right. Yeah.
Yeah, we all know that the coolest way to go gray is the George Clooney way, and I think I'm on that path.
Just look like George Clooney.
Yeah.
I have done everything in my life for the last 30 years has been focused at trying to be more George Clooney.
More like George Clooney.
George Clooney, Zach Morris, and a little Justin Timberlake thrown in there.
Okay. All right, Mike, you got nothing?
Real tonight on Go Figure Reviews, everybody. Just
yeah, man. We're actually having a stream. I like this.
I'm just sitting here taking it all in. That's just.
Yeah, man. This has been fun. Actually,
I get to meet Zach Morris next year. Holy shit!
Yeah, I get to meet Shatner. This is gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Timberlake, Zach Morris, and George Clooney.
My idols of all.
It's all those things. He's all three of those things.
I say I can't really think of anything right now other than like Charles Barkley. That's my idol.
Worried?
What does Christmas mean to your heart, Mike?
It's about having a good time and spending time with your friends and family and your loved ones. You're giving gifts, receiving gifts, having a good just all around happy time. So as long as everybody's having fun, it's all that matters.
So you're simply having a wonderful Christmas time.
Correct.
Everybody needs to have a wonderful Christmas time, and everybody just needs to have fun.
That's
Fuck all
right.
the drama.
That's
right,
what we're
Mike?
doing right now. Hopefully you guys are having fun. Thank you for watching us. We're just doing a stream. It doesn't matter.
We're simply having
Wonderful
a wonderful Christmas time.
time.
Yeah, don't invite me on your stream drinking whiskey and not expect a song.
Oh, I love this. This is absolutely beautiful. Station. Yeah, brother. Hey, this is Manny. Manny was supposed to be here tonight, but he's been busy.
He's in a busy blizzard.
Oh, has he now?
Trying to live in Blizzard Town. Hopefully you're safe, man. Just stay safe. That's all we ask.
I've been up in that Minnesota cold, and it is cold.
Yeah,
he's going to be like Jack Torrance. He's just going to be in his chair, frozen.
Mm-hmm. Can't do it. No, sir.
I mean, I feel sorry for him. It's cold. Cold.
Well, Mike, I'm skipping you. Unless you have your.
I've got my fourth one. It's right here in my hand.
You're holding.
We're just sitting down. We're just shooting the shit and
We're
talking, man.
We're just
having a good time. So I am holding probably right now the best G.I. Joe classified figure that has ever been made. It is pretty cool. So, and it is Serpentor on his air chariot.
Someone did a video on that.
I don't know who did a video on that. I have no clue.
Some douchebag.
Yeah.
There's the.
It's not a vintage one.
No.
It doesn't need to be. That thing is elegant. It's quite elegant.
You know, I've owned both, and
that was the first time I was ever tempted to buy a new school G.I. Joe figure.
I've owned.
That says a lot about me because I'm like, I can't.
I just like. I've owned both, and I like this one a lot better than the vintage one. It's kind of like what you said with the Transformers. That there's so much more that you can do with these now, compared to like the old, Transformers. I mean, it's very cool and nostalgic, but like this is just pretty cool. So I think it's awesome. I know you guys did a great review on it, so
thank you.
But that's the cool thing. And one of the cool things too is that like some of the parts come off. So
he's got a Gatling gun on the side. He can take off.
Two Gatling guns you can take off.
Yeah.
So
it's clean.
And so I only have one Gatling gun on mine at all times, so it's turned to the side because the roadblocks that they gave us, they've never given us the correct gun.
Not at all.
I am really hoping that. So basically, when they do a Tiger Force, when they do Tiger Force roadblock, because he was an original for the Tiger Force line in '88, that this is the figure that they do, just with all the tiger stripes and this gun. So it's cool that you can take this gun off of Serpentor's air chariot and actually give it to your.
They didn't give him the right gun, Brooks. Did you notice that?
I disapprove.
Well, it's like I don't have the original gun.
This is Hasbro's plan, though, man. They do this shit with the Marvel Legends, right? They don't give you the right piece.
They give you everything.
They give them later.
Yeah.
So you have to buy something
else. You got to buy the other thing. It's crazy what Hasbro does.
That's what they did with Transformers in the first Combiner War. They made you buy all of the. They gave you everybody for
Devastator.
No, not for Devastator. Superion, the aerial bots.
Yeah,
they gave you everybody, but they gave you everybody except for like Air Raid, and they gave you Drag Strip instead. And so you were supposed to use Drag Strip as the leg for your combiner, but it was just like, man, this sucks. And then they put the next wave out, and Air Raid didn't come out till like the third wave.
That is insane.
So it was just like, if you were just wanting the aerial bots, it's just like you would have been pissed.
Coming soon from PCP Comics. Third wave aerial wave.
But it's really just
It looks nice. It looks really nice.
So
I mean,
and then
yeah,
it's there's so many, and I'm not paying. And I'm not paying. There's a aftermarket place that makes really cool figures and custom pieces, and they have the gun and his whole backpack and everything, and they want $30 for it. And I'm like, I'm not. Like, it's cool, but like, I'll pay you $15. Like, I'm not paying you 30. So I'm happy with this now. You know, everybody always complains about like the guns and everything with how it's not coming out like just coming straight out the barrel. It's connected like that. I don't care. So, but I know a lot of people are complaining.
I like it. I mean, it does pop out a lot, but it's all good. I like that figure. I like that gun.
I like the whole thing.
Is by far the best thing I think G.I. Joe has come out with the classified line.
But it's got the nice laser
in his mouth. Yeah, you can put stuff in it,
and then
it's just insane.
You want it shut, you can have it shut too. Like all the accessories that came with it, the different different blades, the staffs. Like
it comes in a box. Like it comes in like a Regal box, and you open it, and it's just like there's so many pieces involved. Yeah,
it's got the man. I don't know.
Video, check it out. That thing is insane.
I didn't even. Mine's still in the box, but I haven't taken out the giant snake. Like that thing is so cool, and it's just like
it is very cool.
I just like it sitting there.
The care they put into that box set is absolutely astounding. That artwork on the box is great too. It's just they knew what they were doing with Serpentor. They knew what they were doing.
If you know anybody in Canada, these are available. They're no longer available in the U.S. because they were a Pulse exclusive, because they were HasCon exclusive, and but you can find them in Canada at your local GameStop. So if you know anybody in Canada that will pay, I think it's 120. It's in Canadian dollars. It's $129. So it's like 90 US. So and then shipping. So you're still looking at like roughly $120. So
yeah.
But I don't know what they're going for on eBay. But
it's nice. It's nice either way. I mean, you got to fight for it anyway. It's just one of those things too, because like here in America, good luck. Pulse had them up for like 6 minutes.
Oh,
and I finally got another one. I got another one, but you got me this one, and I just canceled that one. I was like, I'm not paying them for this thing twice.
And the cool thing is they gave him different. I love the fact that they gave him different heads.
Yeah, the different heads. What makes it so cool is you can move his heads around. Yeah, one is like a stationary head, and the other head you can move around. Yeah,
the classic look versus the modern is what it is. So that's dope as hell.
They got my money. I enjoy it. Oh yeah. Well, okay. Thank you for that, Mike. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
I love this picture. And now I'm gonna go do with mine. I've got one more. I've got my Superman Christopher Reeve from NECA. This is my favorite Superman figure. They have yet to make a Superman figure to my specifications through McFarlane or anyone for that matter. They can't get his face right. They can't do anything right. But this is the only figure to me that is like Superman. This is who Superman is. And we should talk about Henry Cavill, at least for a moment or two. It was big news. And, for him not to be Superman anymore. I should just ask the panel, what do you guys think about that? Like, I mean, I know it doesn't mean anything to me. I don't care. I'm just glad that Ben Affleck's out of it. But as far as them cleaning house and getting rid of Henry Cavill like months before they gave him the job back and put him in Black Adam and all these other things, and then all of a sudden he's just gone again. Does anybody have any thoughts about that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a former regime that wanted to bring him back in. And they were really banking on the success of Black Adam. That didn't happen. Because not only is Henry Cavill out, but The Rock is out.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
announced today that Black Adam's not going to be a part of this DCU. Everybody keeps like, and every day there's all these things, and we could do a show. We could do a 2-hour show every night, and through the next few years, talking about what's going on with comic book movies because of what's developing with the DCU, right?
Yep.
I think they're doing a complete ground up reboot. None of it's like they're moving on. Unless Aquaman 2 makes $1 billion, which I don't think it will.
No.
It's done. It's done. It's done.
Pretty much done. And all of the stories are going nowhere.
It doesn't mean that. Here's the thing. James Gunn's got a plan. If it works and they get to the end game, multiverse is a part of it. Elseworlds are a part of it. James Gunn confirmed that today. We are actively doing multiverse, Elseworlds type things.
You have to with all these stories.
Honestly, they're doing because they got the Batman sequel and they got Joker sequel. We're cool with that.
Yep.
I would love them to use the Elseworlds brand for those movies. DCU versus DC Elseworlds.
Elseworlds.
Great. I'm down. That's something Marvel doesn't have.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like, and you could do a Superman Red Sun movie with Henry Cavill 5-8 years later down the road, right?
It's just that easy.
You could do Kingdom Come with him later on down the road.
Yep.
Because you establish the Elseworlds brand while building, because it is bullshit to have every goddamn movie you do be a part of a grand plan. Because sometimes that plan doesn't work out.
True.
What happens? Good movies get buried. You know what I'm saying? Phase 4 of Marvel kind of sucks. Let's be honest. Okay? We're being honest. It's the worst. It's the worst phase of Marvel.
It is. Quite possibly.
DC could overcome bad chapters or phases with strong Elseworlds movies. Because while
put somebody else out,
while the DCEU was struggling, Aquaman and Joker made $1 billion each.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most success they've ever and an Oscar.
Yeah.
What the fucking like it just seems like anybody who plays every other actor now who plays the Joker is gonna get an Oscar.
He's gonna get an Oscar.
Think about it. Jack Nicholson missed it.
Mm-hmm.
Heath Ledger got it.
Jared
Leto missed it. Joaquin Phoenix got it. You know what I'm saying? So like we already got a new Joker. So the next person to play Joker is gonna fucking get a. Here's the thing, though. It's sad that we never got the definitive Henry Cavill Superman movie.
Right.
We got.
We didn't get a Man of Steel 2.
We got a trilogy from him, and regardless of what people think about Man of Steel, BVS, and Justice League, either cut, that's the trilogy we got. It didn't work as well as people wanted to. If you want to make a fresh, clean start, you got to get rid of everybody. That includes Henry Cavill. I'm all for it. I don't want to see Jason Momoa as Aquaman again after 2. I don't want to see Zachary Levi as Shazam. As good as some of those movies may have been, Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman, she's a fine Wonder Woman. No.
Yeah.
Fresh fucking start. We can bring
them
back. We can bring them back for shit like Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
We can bring them back for shit like a Crisis eventually.
Yeah.
But
Dark Knight Returns was kind of an Elseworlds too.
Which one?
Which one, Brooks?
Dark Knight Returns.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Yep.
Which they kind of milked that a little bit.
Yes.
But imagine if 8 years from now, while they're building this new DCU, they do a Kingdom Come movie. And imagine that Kingdom Come movie has fucking Christian Bale, Henry Cavill, Gal Gadot. Do you get where I'm going with this? Imagine that. That would have impact.
I wouldn't mind it at all. But Christian Bale won't do it again, and Gal Gadot might
bring Big back. But imagine if it's the DCEU Trinity that are the focal pieces of a Kingdom Come movie down the road. I think that's.
I really wish that was a thing. I really wish that could happen, because I just don't think it will.
You got to even say, though, here's the thing, Jelani, even you've got to say Ben Affleck 10 years from now could play a good Kingdom Come Batman.
No, he's a terrible actor.
Oh, Clint Eastwood's too old for it. Who else would you pick? Robert Pattinson?
They should have kept Robert Pattinson.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. If they do this Elseworld shit, Batman Beyond's still a thing that can happen. They know the fan reaction to that. They know we want Michael Keaton in a Batman Beyond movie.
We have to now. How are you going to cancel that anyway?
But I'm just saying, if you're doing it,
do it.
Michael Keaton might work 10 years from now for a Kingdom Come.
89 Batman should have a movie.
And Wonder Woman age slower than Batman would, right?
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton Batman would work with a Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot, Superman and Wonder Woman in a Kingdom Come in like 6 to 8 years. Imagine that, y'all.
Right.
Oh, I got to make a video about this, man. I'll go viral. Holy
shit, do it, son. Idea. Speculative.
I ain't got
it's
time.
All that speculation, man. Nobody got time for that. All right. I guess I'll go to mine. We're gonna go next. I did mine. You do yours now, Robbie. Since you already
number 5, right?
Number 5.
All right. I've been going through my Playmates action figure Turtles vintage stuff that I picked up this year that I love. My number 1 pickup is this. Mike helped me out on this on 2 separate occasions. I have a complete Muckman. Which I have on a Rockin' Robbie Live, did the slime bit and everything. I put.
Do you have the slime?
Yeah, I do have slime over there.
Is it vintage slime?
No, vintage slime doesn't. It doesn't hold on.
It's not vintage slime. It's not real.
In fact, the slime that I got just like 2-3 years ago, I already need replacement slime.
Okay. Like all the vintage slime is just a giant solid thing right now.
One solid little fucking piece now, for real. Anyway, but Muckman right there with the gun, which is modeled after the Super Scope. I don't know if you knew that, Brooks, but that's the Super Scope.
No, I didn't know that.
Look at that. That's a Super Scope.
When you look at it.
But yeah, the head that comes off, so you can put slime in his head, right?
That's cool.
Cool. And the garbage can on his back, you put slime in there, it comes out of his belly. But I also got Joe Eyeball. And Mike helped me complete this with the Joe Eyeball and the gun. Because I had the backpack and the head. I didn't have the gun or the eyeball, right?
Right.
And you hooked me up. So look at that, y'all.
He's clean.
Got my vintage, clean-ass Muckman that sits right alongside my Toxic Crusader figures and doesn't feel out of place. Because Playmates was the shit. The detail on this figure. He's got mushrooms, bugs, trash cans on his fucking... they don't make them like this anymore, man.
Well, there's a NECA figure that does that. So...
I know, and they got the glow-in-the-dark one, and they got the new one. And, dude, they're doing a great job. But these vintage ones, you got to think about the context. In 1991, they didn't make figures like this.
No.
That's the thing. They do now. You know why we have the figures we have today? Because of what Playmates did back in the early 90s. Let's give it up to Playmates, y'all. And to my grandma. And to my station. Happy holidays.
Very nice. Very nice. You had a theme going. I really appreciate it.
Eat some Wendy's chili. Have some chicken McNuggets. Have a good time.
Thank you so much, Mr. Santa Billz, with your lovely collection. I really appreciate everything that you did for that. It warms my heart, man. Warms my heart that you came in and showed me your Playmates vintage figures. But you know that they make new versions of those now, so I want you to go ahead and get those too.
Yeah, but for the price of those, I can buy a complete vintage figure. So I'm trying to spark that nostalgia in me. You know what I'm saying? So I like the vintage, except for Transformers. The new Transformers are better than the old ones.
Okay, as you wish. Well, thank you for showing that off. Now, Brooks, show me your fifth, man. Show me what you got.
Well, I mean, what family gathering is complete without the guy with bad politics? Doom! You see, Richards, the best way to order things is for me to just kill everyone who disagrees with me and be the supreme dictator. But yeah, Dr. Doom here he's a classic. First appearance, Fantastic Four number 5, was it?
Hey, look what I have right here. It's a Fantastic Four number 5 from like this is a 16-year-old comic, y'all. And look what I'm doing with it. Oh my god. You tell me this isn't CGC? What the fuck? Yeah,
I'm surprised it's in a bag in the board. And just, I thought that thing was just still sitting around loose on your table.
No, this has always been in a bag and board, bro. Unless I'm reading it, man. Look at that. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Trying to upstage me, man. Damn.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to help you out. Accentuate your point.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I'll allow it.
Bro, I didn't have a number 1, but I have a number 5. Okay, let me have this,
I think
man.
5. I'd rather have a 5 than a Fantastic Four.
Yeah, me too, man. Me too.
Because like Doom is like, he's the best, man. Like number 1 villain. Like people who don't know shit about comics know who Doctor Doom is, or have at least heard the name Doctor Doom. He's probably like the most recognizable villain, comic book villain that there is.
Yeah. We just hope that eventually there's a cinematic version that lives up to the character.
Yes, they haven't quite managed to
pull it together.
They've never come close, brother. They haven't just quite made it.
They always just fuck up. Like they always just fuck up just enough to like.
What if we made him a corporate mogul who was jealous of Reed because he had a thing for Sue?
Which the jealous of Reed thing is kind of, I mean, that's accurate, but not because of Sue. Because like, Doom's whole thing is like, his whole thing is he wants to prove that he's better and smarter than Reed Richards. It's kind of like how Skeletor is always trying to like it seems like Skeletor just wants to beat He-Man. He doesn't care about really anything else. Doom's kind of the same with like every time he wins, he just doesn't care. He just wants somebody to spar with. And Reed Richards is just that guy for him. But this Doom is same set as the other Fantastic Fours. He came with a classic head as well, but I like this modern head. I like the way the hood like goes around his head like that.
That's an awesome figure. Yeah.
He's got his gun there, which he never uses hardly, because I mean
he's got all that magic and badassery.
Yeah, he's got magic powers and like teched out armor, so he's used that
in like 20 fucking comics. Like, in 60 years, he's used that gun 20 times.
Shit, I never see him use it. Which I mean, maybe he has. I just wasn't.
20 and 60, man. You're not going to see it often.
Yeah.
But
very nice, man. And I like I said, I love that figure. The remake of that figure I have on my wall over here on the side. I love it. He's got his sorcery book and all the little accoutrements that come with him.
I think he came with like alternate hands too. I think.
Yeah.
So you could probably have him like raising his fist.
The prisoners of Dr. Doom.
Doom is all, and all shall bow to Doom.
This thing's like thousands of dollars, y'all. Look what I'm doing. Rub
your nuts on it. No, don't do that.
I just did.
Why? Such vulgarity on my channel.
Amazing.
Children allegedly watch this.
That's how the colors are supposed to look in these kitties. Dude, I need to do a whole video going through this page by page. I should kayfabe this shit. I bet people
should.
Yeah, you might as well do it, man. Do it.
Do it. So good.
Do it.
Take the staples out while you do it.
Mildew and age in old people.
Wow. All right. So now, thank you, Brooks, for sharing that stuff. I love your Fantastic Four collection. And Mike, we end with you, my friend.
Well, you still got to go for your number 5.
I know. We're going to, well, before you get to me.
Well, then we're not ending with me. So
go, son.
Okay. So
what do you have? Why are you stalling?
This is a piece that
he's like, shit, I'm out of Tiger Force stuff.
No, I'm out of Tiger Force. I've only got 3 things for Tiger Force. So, and I'm going off the G.I. Joe rails. So we had a large collection come into the shop, and I've always been wanting to do this, but because the play set is worth, I mean, it's a vehicle and a play set, and it's worth a lot of money. And so every time one has come into the shop, I've always been like, I can't do it to this one. It's not like it's too there's still value in all this. Like there's too much value. I can't do it. There's too much value. And so finally, we had one come into the shop, and it's broken in two places. It's been glued together. So everything that is of value is either broken or glued together, and you can't do anything to take it apart. And I had this idea probably 2017, 2016, 2017, and because I found a large version of this, and I thought it looked cool. And so this is essentially kind of like a prototype of what I'm going to show the artist of how I want it done. But this is a custom 1978 or 80 Millennium Falcon with
Nice.
with the flames,
Flames.
the green flames on the bottom. It's on the side. So it's this nice blue, which so it's this purple. It's this dark bluish purple, which fades into this brighter blue. So and then it's just got the flames. It's got the flames on it. The gun is glued together, so the whole entire thing comes out.
I've never seen that before. That is amazing.
The cockpit, I spray painted it green because it's broken, so it's not as valuable. So I'm still working on the bottom part of it. I got the gun. It's like a bright chrome silver. So the feet are going to be bright chrome, and then the handheld, the main landing gear will be chrome, and I need to glue the ramp into it. But I need to do another blend on the ramp, and then I have the back, which I need to finish up. So I gotta recolor all of this with the orange or a yellow. I'm not sure yet. So because it was originally the effect back here, the sticker was originally blue, but it's not going to look right with like blue on. I didn't think the blue on blue would look good, so I could do that. And then the inside, it's just got it's oversprayed. So, but yeah, it's been a fun project that I've been working on. And then when I get there's the Falcon that I want to get done, get professionally airbrushed. You can actually have more detail in the flames, but this is just like I've always wanted to do it myself and not somebody else pay for it. So I mean, I know the flames aren't the best, but I mean it's not airbrushed. It's all spray painted. So I mean, I have no idea what I'm doing. This is just, hey, I kind of want to do this and just want to do it. And so
it looks like the Millennium Falcon if it was painted by Sabine Wren.
Yeah. Well, it was always like I kept looking for, and when I was doing Google searches for this, I could not find, nobody was doing, I thought about even putting the big Trans Am Falcon, on here, going, just tricking this thing out to where just having a whole bunch of just these oversized, these old Falcons look like classic cars and classic car colors. Because I even thought about doing the Trans Am, just do it all decked out in white, do the landing gear and the gun in black, and then doing the classic blue pinstripes. So, and then I still want to do a black. I still want to do a solid black and black with the flames, but I want to do it more. Like I said, it's you can barely see. You can see that there's flames, but when it's more detailed and airbrush, it looks a lot better. So, but it's almost done. I've got a few more touch-ups to do it. But like I said, any Falcon that I can find that's junk. I guess the problem too that I have now is that is where the radar dish goes, right here, and a complete radar dish is the complete set. The dish and the assembly is $30 to $40, and so it's if I find one, I know people need it, so I have no problem of selling because like I took something off. We had a guy that came in the shop the other day that he was like, man, I've just completed a Falcon. I'm just missing this one piece. And he's like, it's so stupid expensive. And it was just like, man, I got you. Hold on. Ran to the warehouse, found one of my other junked Falcons, and found the piece that he needed, sold it to him, and then stripped it off of my Falcon at home, and then put it all back on the one at the shop. And it was just because it's like it was like, man, I don't feel like getting, it's $30 to $40 for a radar dish. So I'm trying to find one that's like the whole like a $15 to $20 one that's been 3D printed. That way I can paint it all up. But it's just like it's just like, hey, I'm just gonna spray paint $40. Like I can't do that. Like there's like I know somebody needs that I can like help them out with. So
you're a good man, Mike. Thank you, man.
I can't
all that stuff, man.
I don't know. And I thought about doing the there's another version of the Falcon and kind of like an Elseworlds What If where the radar dish is actually just sitting up top. So there's no assembly for it. It's just laying flat and it just kind of rotates around. So it's an interesting concept, but I don't know. I don't know what I want to do yet. So,
experimentation is fun, man.
And then what do I do? Do I paint the radar dish blue? Do I paint it silver? Do I paint it green? Do I make it look like the flames got painted on it also? Like I don't know now. If when I do it, I still don't know what color to do.
Yeah.
So
it's possible, man. You're getting a lot of help in the chat, man. Cryo's trying to get. Well, actually, Nerdtastic News trying to get Cryo to make you a 3D printed radar. You should probably get one, man. You're getting help out here. That's what the lovely chat is about.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. So, because it's like I said, I found an assembly, and I even thought about finding like a junked 95 Powers of the Force radar. Because it's the same one as the 7880, so and just repainting it. But again, I don't know what color to do it. Do I put the flames on it? Do I make it unique and different or what? So, but yeah, like finding a hot rod Millennium Falcon, like there's not many out there. So
there aren't. Yeah, you can get he said you can get water slide decals for models.
But are they like? But I did them like 8 inches.
Yeah, I'm sure
that's the only problem.
Because
I found decals. I mean, I found decals, but they're little flame ones, and they're like 3 inches at max, and it's just kind of like it really didn't. It didn't look good. Mm-hmm. But then again, I found these stencils, and was just like, okay, cool. And I know if I wanted to do it again, because my Falcon's a beater, but it still has some stuff of value. So I'm not ready to pull the trigger on it. But I know what to do for the next one. So
okay, so be it. Well, thank you for sharing that one, man. That looks nice.
Yeah, absolutely. As soon as I'm done with it, it'll be up at the shop. So.
Cool. Well, I will say that this has been a fun stream. I'm gonna do my last one. And then we're gonna, have our Christmas wishes or winter solstice wishes or anything or final thoughts that we have. So I'm gonna end mine since Robbie has had his entire Playmates set out there. I had a number 5 that I liked, but I like this one more anyway. So I'm gonna bring the blimp back out. Like I love this turtle blimp. I absolutely adore it. I wish it had strings so I could hang it up from the ceiling. I really love this thing. And it's like, it's got 3 of the 4 turtles. The Raphael is on the party wagon, manning the guns. But this bad boy is still so clean. And like, I don't know. Actually, this is a spoiler to my my Festivus. Just showing you this off top. This bad boy is it, and I think it may be one of my favorite toys this year. This may be the funnest thing because like I actually pick it up and hold it and walk around with it and make noises like a child because you're supposed to.
That's how they used to make them, right? Remember that bat wing from the Kenner line?
The gun?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can like grapple people and pick them up and all that. Oh yeah. It's absolutely fantastic. I love it. So guys, like I said, thank you so much for being here. Hasn't been a struggle stream. Second stream in the books. Hopefully, people will watch this and later and be like, oh yeah, this was a struggle, but those guys had a good job.
You guys aren't completely incompetent after all.
That's right. Yahoo! This time I'm gonna have to do it on my phone from now on until this internet thing improves. But so far, so good. So thank you again for being here, Mr. Santa Billz. Anything you want to promote or say hi to or do anything with?
Well, I want to promote that today over at Geeks Unleashed on YouTube and on all your podcast platforms, we had our 3rd annual Christmas Late to the Book Club report, right? We've made it a Christmas tradition to go through Scott Pilgrim. And this being our 3rd annual, we're going through book 3. So check that out at Geeks Unleashed and then check us out Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Time for our 5th annual Festivus stream. We'll be gathering around the Festivus pole, be talking about our favorite movies and TV shows of the year, and we'll be airing our grievances and showing our feats of strength. So join us for Festivus Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Time on PCP Station. Thanks for having me, Jelani. This has been fun.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here, dude. And Brooks, I'm going to skip you because we're going to do you last. So, Mike, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's been a blast showing off the Tiger Force and the Falcon. It's good to see what everybody's doing. So,
and I know that you said you're ready for the Ninja Force, but I'm ready for the Surf Ninja Force.
Surf Ninjas. Surf Ninjas.
Oh, they've already done
Surf Ninjas.
They've already done one They've already done one Ninja Force figure. So, and
but they haven't done any Surf Ninja Force figures.
No, like they should.
Schneider figure.
I mean, they made Bill and Ted. They made Bill and Ted figures. So I'm sure somebody can make them. So just give it time.
Bill and Ted is more popular than Surf Ninjas, but we're about to make Surf Ninjas like the thing, man. It's going to be like
we're going to be responsible for like some kind of boutique fucking Blu-ray club like Arrow or Shout Factory or somebody to finally put out a 4K release of Surf Ninjas. That's going to be on us in 2023. If we do one thing, PCP, in 2023, let's get a fucking physical 4K media disc of Surf Ninjas available to the general public.
I doubt that.
Criterion Collection.
See, I don't know if it's going to be Criterion, but I think Arrow or Shout Factory, that's perfect.
Wow.
Maybe Vinegar Syndrome. I don't know. Who do I need to talk to, y'all? Let's make it happen. Zach, you let me know. Who do we need to talk to? We're going to make Surf Ninjas the PCP edition. It should come with commentary from us.
God. It would be pretty nice. We should probably do that and just stream it. All right. And Mike, that's all I got to say. Thank you for being here, by the way.
Yeah, it's fun. Congratulations on building this. Like I said, we talked. So that idea that I have can be incorporated into this show, or it can be incorporated into PCP. So I don't know. It's fun. I'm having fun watching you guys, so I'm glad.
Thanks a lot for being here, Mike. We really appreciate that, man. Absolutely. Station, brother.
Station.
All right. My brother in arm, my comrade, my partner in crime, my co-host, the fella that helps me make this happen. Brooks, what are your final thoughts, man?
Just, everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever holidays you happen to be celebrating. And most importantly, try to stay warm and not freeze to death when this gigantic blizzard rolls across your home. Hopefully, we'll all survive and we won't have a bunch of Jack Torrances just sitting around their houses frozen. But we'll see.
You never know.
Or just going fucking insane.
Yep. It just is what
I
it
told
is.
you not to talk to me when I'm writing. You aren't writing anything, dude.
Well, thank you all again. I cannot stop thanking you. We have 58 subscribers. Please like, share, subscribe. If you stayed this long, tell others about the show, about our reviews. We're trying to do them like every Wednesday and Thursday night. I'll try to get another live stream up that isn't as jank as this one. We will do our best going forward. Like I said, it's been a pleasure to do this. Thank you, everyone that has contributed to this, like Zach, Manny, just Robbie. You guys have been fantastic. Mike providing, and of course, Mike, I am going to review all of those figures that you showed. So make sure you have them ready. There will be a video involved. I'm also doing a video on a Cyclops figure with slide effects. So slide effects is this company that makes like action figure appliances, I guess you can add to figures. One of my figures has spider sense. They're optic blasts for Cyclops. He's got these psychic things for Professor Xavier, things like that.
There's even a brave little toaster for Cyborg.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So I like go to Slide Effects on he's on Facebook. You can find him on Facebook. You can place orders there. But I'll be doing a video with Slide Effects optic blasts to show off a Cyclops figure that I got. A lot of other videos are coming soon. We're going to do a lot of reviewing. I'm going to show a lot of toys. We are going to review them. And I'm thinking of this thing in the future where if it's someone else's figure, I want them to do the actual review, and we'll comment with the review. I'm thinking that might be a thing in the future. We're also going to do a whole bunch of hauls where we just go to people's houses and show off their collections. I'm thinking that might be a thing. So if you're interested in that, let us know, and we'll try to do room tours, stuff like that. Big plans coming in the future for 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching. Good grief. We're just going to end the stream now. So thank you for your time and station again. And you guys get out there and go figure.
Pop, pop, boom.